Old people are great sometimes, when they're not my father. Okay, I probably sound like I have more resentment towards my father than I actually do, but I just wish he learned how to emotions, because that would have helped me a lot. He's not actually abusive or anything, but, you know, because he didn't learn how to do emotions, sometimes he gets angry enough that he becomes abusive for a short time. It's unfortunately a very common father thing, but I really think society needs to iron out eventually. I hope so. More, you know, awareness is going around, so I'm hoping that soon it'll be more widespread. I think it is already.
Correct.
Are you Ota Matsushita?
Who are you?
Showed him a badge.
I'm from the MPD.
The police?
Yeah, you were literally at the scene of a crime last night. You're aware of this. Like, you're probably expecting the police. What can you tell me about last night?
Last night?
Don't play dumb, kid. Yesterday, 9 p.m. You called the police from a payphone. You told them about screaming you heard coming from Bloom Park.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Alright, Ota, look. We either do this here, or I take you down to the station.
Do you have a warrant? Article 2.3 of the Execution of Law Enforcement Code. Unless
one of these
initiated by
kind
legal
of nerds.
process.
Oh boy.
No person shall be detained or obligated to answer any questions without explicit consent.
This is the type of kid I hate the most. Because he's right, yeah. Yeah, just like my dad. There's been a lot of fodder for that this episode. Anyway, unfortunately I feel like I need to talk to him more. Like, keep prodding him, but that's obviously not gonna really work. I'm gonna talk to the receptionist. The receptionist is huge. Of course that's what he notices first. There's a receptionist that's huge, but I remember this from Nico B's playthrough. Yeah. They're a huge person. And then it just stays like that. Well, that was a thing that I read. There's an abstract painting hung on.
What is that supposed to be?
I do not know.
Because it's abstract, that's the point. You're supposed to figure it out yourself. What are you typing?
Nothing.
Obviously, that's a lie.
Could you stop bothering me, please?
No. It's literally my job to bother you about this. You know that. You're smart, obviously. Fan of A-set?
How did you know that?
My left eye.
Because I'm psychic.
Excuse me?
Did you look at me?
No. I'm kinda busy right now.
Typing nothing. Right. That's very... Well, I don't see any other options. Are you literally supposed to punch him? So far, a sofa. It's a sofa. These puns, man, they're everywhere. Puns and perviness. Those fucking posters were from 999. I think these are from various other games. Yeah, that poster is part of a puzzle in 999. You're not slick. I love that reference. Playing nothing dirty. Are you sure about that? Because that one poster, though. Although obviously what qualifies as dirty to the Japanese is a little bit more extreme than what qualifies as dirty in America, I would say. Because, yeah, if you look at the raunchiness of most, like, anime girl ads and anime girls and, like, everything ever, yeah, I mean, it's pretty up there, generally. But anyway, well...
Date, wait. Causing a disturbance in public will result in disciplinary action.
And what should I do?
I have an idea. Give me a moment.
I have an idea? I'm sorry, now I'm making puns. God damn it, Uchikoshi. You have to keep choosing these for her to hurry it up, don't you?
I told you to wait.
Waiting's just pissing me off more.
Perhaps your dosage needs to be increased.
Dosage of what? They're giving him drugs without him knowing. There's a lot of sus-ass shit going on around this man.
Listen to me, Date.
If they're giving him drugs without his consent, and the kinds of things they're not telling him, I really feel like they're trying to reform a murderer, like a psycho, left eye destroying beasted man. Like, that's my theory right now. We'll see.
Ota's PC is connected to the internet via Wi-Fi.
And?
I was curious, so I hacked into it.
Does Tessa refer to A-set?
That is a popular fan nickname for her.
That means motto has to be Ota.
Correct. However, it appears that Ota is the one operating the other 3 accounts as well.
What?
Optical Protein Fiber, Pongo Ponko, and KG are all Ota's sub-accounts. Ota is insulting A-set and defending her all by himself. This is what's known as a straw man sock puppet, or false flagging.
This kid is pathetic.
You gotta be some kind of fanatic to do that, but obviously he is. He literally calls her a goddess. I'm not surprised he does stuff like this, but it is pretty pathetic.
Hey kid,
What do you want?
I'm gonna tell A-set
Tell her what?
that you're sock puppeting for her on Twitter.
Twitter.
What are you talking about?
You should drop the attitude.
You shouldn't make those kinds of accusations. Do you want to get sued for defamation?
Optical Protein Fiber, Pongo Ponko, and KG are all your sub-accounts.
What? How do you know that?
I told you, kid. I'm psychic.
I mean, he might as well be with Aiba being able to do shit like that.
Now, I have some questions for you.
Fine.
That got us attention. At least Twitter isn't owned by a certain man now. I'm going to assume in this universe that Elon Musk doesn't exist, because that would just be better for this universe if he didn't exist in it. Anyway, about last night, because I literally have to do my job and I'll leave you alone when I'm done doing my fucking job.
I'm gonna ask you again. Were you the one who reported the screaming at Bloom Park around 9?
Yes.
There you go. Wasn't too hard, was it?
Why were you in the area?
You
You better tell me, or I'll tell everyone about your little imaginary enemies. Hey everyone, this guy...
Okay, I'll talk, just shh.
So, about last night. Let me do my job and I'll get out of your hair, dickhead.
I went to Bloom Park because I was supposed to meet someone.
Did you enter the park?
Yes.
So who were you meeting?
A girl named Mizuki Okiura.
What did you say?
Mizuki Okiura? She's the daughter of the president of Lemniscate. Do you know her?
Yeah, I know her.
How do you know her?
She's just a friend.
Yes, she better be.
What? Why do you care?
Because I'm kinda her dad.
Where and how did you two meet?
Here, the Lemniscate lobby. Mizuki is friends with Tessa. I was talking to Tessa one day and she just comes up like, hey.
When was this?
Last September. So, I guess the relationship has lasted over a year now.
Don't call it a relationship.
Well, what am I supposed to call it?
Friendship? Well, friendship is a kind of relationship. We need to assign less meaning to words like that. It's just healthier mentally for us. I've really been thinking about that, and I think it's extremely true. The way that we think about a word can get us really much more worked up than we realize until we think about it. This music is a bop because it's an Uchikoshi game. Again, I'm loving the calmer vibe of this game. It really just does feel like a slice of life VN right now. Until the serious shit hits the fan. This honestly does remind me of the vibe I get from literally those high school drama VNs that are literally just normal high schooler shit. This does feel like that. I'm soaking it up because, man, it's refreshing from coming from Depression the series, although I'm sure this will touch on that kind of shit. In fact, it already is. But yeah, I have this feeling I'm gonna like this series better. We'll see. I think I'm gonna love this series. I just have this feeling about that. Like, love. Like, I like Zero Escape. I don't know how much I love it. I don't know if I'd really rate it among my absolute favorite series ever, but it's a very memorable series I will cherish forever. But there's a difference between I like a game and I love a game. this might be more in the love category. I already feel like I jive with the general vibe of it more upfront, just because it's not constantly negative, more or less. I mean, yeah, it's broken up with humor, but this game is just so much calmer to start with, and I'm just... Whew, I'm soaking that shit up, dude. I guess if it's still there, then there's something else relevant. Let's see.
Anyway, I have her look over my work sometimes.
Work?
I write light novels.
Really? What's your pen name?
Ota A-set.
That is a lie.
Wait. Ho in Kioma. Wait! Yeah, Spike Chunsoft did make Steins Gate. That is a reference to Steins Gate. They love referencing themselves. You know what? I need to read Steins Gate. I'm aware of the general arc of Steins Gate because I've seen the anime, but I have yet to play through the VNs. I think I should do that on the channel at some point because I love the anime a lot.
Database searches reveal no professional authors have ever submitted work under that name.
Hey, Ota, how about you stop lying to me? My third eye can see through your bullshit.
Well, I'm not a published author. I'm an aspiring author, to be exact. So, anyway, Mizuki reads my novels. I get notes and advice from her.
From a 6th grader?
Well, you know she's smart, dude. Come on.
She's surprisingly insightful. She has the talent to be an editor for sure.
And I'd say she deserves to go places like that. Especially after what happened to her mother. And what she's having to go through because of that. Because there's no fucking way she did it. I will be very confused if she did it. Why would they throw away a kawaii-ass character to market the game with? Anyway, can you provide a detailed account of last night so I can leave you alone? This is exactly what you want.
Around 8:10 last night, I got a call from Mizuki saying she wanted to meet me at Bloom Park. She sounded scared. You know how that area is run down and abandoned? I think she wanted me to go with her as protection.
But why Bloom Park?
Someone messaged her on Nile.
Nile is a popular messaging application for smartphones and PCs.
What did they say?
She didn't tell me exactly, but it said to come to the merry-go-round at Bloom Park tonight.
And then they framed her for her mother's murder. Ugh, what the hell did she get caught up in?
Who sent it?
I don't know. But Mizuki was determined to go.
What happened next?
I met up with Mizuki and we went into the park.
Well, I wasn't expecting a lot of detailed cutscenes here, but again, bigger budget, for sure, than the Zero Escape series. That's been clear already. And then he ran away while she did not run away from her mother. Yeah, this kid is kind of pathetic. I feel bad for him, especially because I was pretty pathetic. Sometimes I think I still am, and also thinking of yourself or other people as pathetic is something that I'd like to not do very much, if at all. So I'm working on that. I can certainly see being like him, and I understand people like him, you know? But yeah, he's gonna be angry because he's her dad. He's gonna deny it until the end of time, but he's obviously her father figure now. Because her real father doesn't give one ass, clearly.
Did you leave her there? You left a 12-year-old girl by herself?
I didn't mean to. I was panicking. People do stupid things when they're in fight or flight mode. Like when people grab their pillow and run out of their house in a fire.
Jeez, you're a real hero, kid.
See, I knew you would make fun of me. This is why I didn't want to tell you.
Is that why you didn't identify yourself on the phone? You seriously didn't think we'd find you? Mizuki would have told us everything.
I didn't think she would.
Why wouldn't she?
She said that if she ever got caught going out at night with someone like me, her roommate would kill her.
Good girl.
Okay, so they're officially like roommates, but like he's her dad. He's giving off ultra strong dad vibes. I love it. I'm liking this character's relationships to be. He feels more like a character that has connections to people and lives a normal life because he's not, you know, thrust in a life or death situation for the entire video game. This feels like his normal ass life because it is, but it's not very normal. Normal to him, not constant stress. Why'd you use a payphone?
I tried using my cell phone at first, but my heart was pounding and I was scared and my hand was shaking, and with the rain last night, it kind of slipped out of my hand.
Oof. You dropped it?
Yeah, right into a puddle.
Oof.
Iva, can you trace the last signal that Ota's phone sent
And
out?
that's why his phone wasn't responding, because it's borked.
Near Bloom Park, just past 9 p.m. The phone has not been turned on since.
Guess he's telling the truth.
Hey, Ota, what are you doing?
Tessa!
Ah, yes, of course. The idol's gotta be a super major character, and of course, I've seen her all over the internet. She's like the marketed character for this game, of course.
You are?
Of course the idol girl is.
Mr.
Because
Dante from the
Japan!
FUCKIN. He came here to ask me about what happened last night.
Why is he smiling
You
talking
mean
about it?
a detective? Wow! I've never met a real detective before!
Who the fuck is this chick? Is what his face says. Wait, what the fuck? Utter bewilderment. Yeah, and also there's
Your adrenaline
something.
level is rising.
What is that? Why? Who? What? That's gotta be something important with his lost memories. That's what I'm thinking.
Is something the matter?
No, nothing.
That's a lie. What? Is he literally just horny? No, there's no way. I hope not. Also, I hope she's over 18 if he's gonna be horny as fuck about her. Because, thankfully, I've been realizing that his relationship with Mizuki is platonic because he's her father figure. Thank fuck. Because 12-year-old, that'd be... You A-set.
Let me confirm something. You're A-set, right?
Let's play a game! Shadows!
Thread? Silhouette? A-set!
Fears!
Upset? Regret? A-set!
Water!
Wet? Sweat? A-set!
Yay! A-set, you bet!
Huh?
The magnetic currents in the atmosphere are clearly causing aberrant behavior.
Ah!
You should leave. At once.
Ah! It's just idol behavior, Iba. You know, she's gotta be super cute and quirky because that sells records and merch and porn. Yeah, please tell me you're over 18 because you're obviously fan service fodder. And there's some raunchy shit of you on the internet. Like,
I turned
by
18
some, I mean
this
a
year.
lot. Thank fucking Christ. Of course.
A senior in high
But
school?
I say of course, but there's a lot of 16, 17-year-olds that are this hornified in games. So I was...
Yep.
Date, I recommend you keep your hands to yourself.
And yeah.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna make a move.
What?
Oh, I meant Ota.
Wait, you were gonna make a move on me?
You friends with Mizuki?
Mizuki Okiura? Yeah, I am. Mr. Okiura runs the agency, and Mizuki is his daughter. So, we hang out sometimes.
Is that how you became friends?
There's more to it than that, but basically...
Mizuki and I live under the same roof. But she doesn't tell me about her personal life. She doesn't tell me much of anything, come to think of it. I'm totally in the dark.
So,
Like she was
Mizuki must come here to hang out sometimes.
What's your relationship with Oda?
Relationship?
We're like a goddess and a summoned thrall.
Her thrall?
If Tessa ever gets in trouble, I swoop in and protect her.
You sound more like a superhero than a thrall. Ota always defends me when I'm getting bashed online.
Stop, you're making me blush.
This guy.
Well, she's encouraging him. I don't really blame someone like this. If she treats him like this, of course he's like this. So, I get it. And she's just being friendly. In her way. Guess we gotta ask him about Shoko now, because he saw her. Took out Shoko's photo from my pocket and showed it to Oda. Sorry for the re-traumatization, sir.
You know who this is, right?
Yeah, it's the woman I saw at Bloom Park. Her name is Shoko Nadami. I saw it on the news.
Wait, do you not know who her daughter is?
She has a daughter?
Interesting that people know that She's even looking bewildered, though I'm not quite sure how much that lines up with what's being said here. But that's interesting that... I guess it's covered up, probably by the man himself, that Shoko is Mizuki's mother. That's interesting. But the hair makes sense, because light blue, light blue. Also, I love light blue, and blue in general, so hell yeah.
I didn't know that either.
They must be unaware that Shoko is Mizuki's mother.
Maybe because her last name is different.
That makes sense.
Nadami and Okiura.
Yeah, because divorce.
It has also not yet been reported that Shoko is Renju's ex-wife.
Because probably money and power, so that he doesn't have to deal with the scandal, I guess. Yeah, probably that, I would imagine. Did you talk to her about last night? Obviously, she's gotta tell him. He's gotta tell her everything, obviously, yeah.
I heard about it. About Ota seeing that corpse at Bloom Park. He told me.
Tessa?
Why didn't you come to the police?
Such a shocking story would certainly pique the young woman's interest.
Yeah,
It is possible Ota wanted her attention.
possible. Meaning that's what he fucking lives for, you mean?
He told her about a dead body he found for attention?
Yeah? He'll do literally everything for it. I think you're aware of this by now, dude.
Actually, I already knew about it before Ota told me.
How?
It's all over the internet. When I saw Ota this morning, I asked him about it.
Okay, so he didn't... Okay.
He told me he saw the body.
I mean, I know people do this in real life, but I've never been like this to my understanding. But there's a lot of people who treat stuff like this utterly nonchalantly. Like it's just as blasé as talking about what a celebrity fucking, like the most absolute mundane facts about celebrities that people know, like what they eat and like what they wear and shit, like death and shit like that is treated like that by so many people. As long as it doesn't relate it at all to them, it's really about the sock puppeting. Yeah, I guess we might have to address this, although
It's about those posts on Twitter.
Wait!
Looks like you're my thrall now. Isn't that right, Ota?
Yeah, just be cool.
I think she's smart enough to figure it out, though. I bet she already did. But that's why he does it. I was a little confused. But yeah, I guess we're leaving. I think we know enough about A-set right now for my tastes, anyway. Maybe not Date's, because there's obviously been some horny implications, but the heart-pounding thing seems to be more like a relating to his memories thing.
Date, I have determined that these two have no further information for us. Our goal is to find the murderer of Shoko Nadami. Let us continue.
Right. Let's head back to the crime scene. See you kids later.
Where are you going?
Back to where the corpse was found.
In that case, I'll go with you.
You'll what?
Please take me with you. Because I want to know more about what happened. Do you have any suspects? Probably some crazy murderer, right? That's what Ota was telling me. The corpse was strung up on that merry-go-round. It must have been some kind of twisted message. Ota, take a video.
Huh?
Just do it. Mr. Date!
Fuck are you doing? Oh, I remember this from Nico's playthrough. I'm just gonna stay here like this for the whole time.
Please, Mr. Date!
And if you don't know why,
You can't leave
well,
me!
it's already happening. Now you know
I
why.
can't imagine life without you!
What are you doing?
Ota, did you get it?
Oh, yeah!
I like how the secretary's just watching this, like it's a fucking drama, which she's making some to blackmail him with, I guess. My god, woman. What the hell are you doing?
Mr. Mr. Date, you are a member of the MPD, aren't you? A public servant? I wonder, what would happen if this little video happened to go viral?
I slightly remembered this, but I also probably would have figured it. Although, I say this while remembering it, but still.
You wouldn't.
Oh, and just so you know, taking my phone away won't help. It's already in the cloud.
You little...
Why are you so adamant?
I told you! I want you to take me to the scene of the crime.
Although I think I remember that she has a connection to it, and that would match up with whatever the hell the heart pounding means. We learned her name for the first time, or, well, the second time seems like. Just, not to his current memory. And also when we saw her for the first time.
If you do, I promise I'll delete the video.
Although I hope that's not just horny, but I don't think so. I think that's plot-relevant stuff of some kind. Christ. The fucking grin says it all.
Date, a thought has occurred to me. She really is quite the seductress.
Yeah. You didn't have to tell me that. It's obvious. Jesus Christ on a bike. Manipulating is unfortunately a skill that makes a whole lot of sense for an idol to have that's as popular as she is. I wish the industry wasn't... I wish society did not encourage this kind of competition and dishonesty and backstabbing, but it kinda does in a lot of circles. Not even kinda. In a lot of circles, it's basically mandatory. As long as you subscribe to them enough, which is... It's hard not to, because we want to belong, right? I also remember this. Driving in my car. Also, you can tell this is Japan because the driver's side is on the right and not the left, which is very weird. To my American ass. I also like that Aiba's able to help him see who's ever in the driver's seat without him having to take his other eye off the road. Very convenient. About Mizuki.
We're good friends. We go to movies and karaoke and go shopping together. She's really good at listening to me bitch and moan about my problems. I'm so much older than her, but it really doesn't even feel like it.
Yeah, she seems like the mature type of little girl character, which I've always had a soft spot for. Because in a way, I've always felt like that kind of person. Like, I always ended up bonding with my nicer teachers when I was a kid, because I always kind of felt, at least like I didn't belong around other kids, and like, for some reason adults understood me. I think she's kind of like that. Though what's funny is I'm the opposite now. I identify a lot more with like early 20s people, even though I'm late 20s now. I'm not sure why that happened, but it did. And I have a feeling that it's because I'm still in a very typically early 20s life situation, but I've learned that I have a pace and I have mental stuff and I have my own dreams and goals and passions that do not line up with what makes money the easiest, and I'm accepting that more every day and working on it more every day. Anyway, dreams, goals, passions, and like principles. Like, I don't want to be caught up in the kind of shit that gets you easier money. Literally everything from the kinds of get-rich-quick stuff a lot of people get into, and like frickin' side hustles and shit. I don't have the mental wherewithal to do that much with my life. But I also mean literally just having a regular full-time job. Having someone else control my day. I can't do that. I could barely handle it in school. I can't do that my whole life. I refuse. But yeah, this game is really immersing me. I'm soaking it in right now. There's a lot of good just immersion here and just interest-keeping shit. Just really good atmosphere and tasteful music and design, especially UI-wise. That's really keeping me engaged here. And just interesting stuff about the setting, about the whole mystery of Date and why lots of people are doing lots of things behind his back. Aiba's apparently giving him drugs somehow. There's just a lot of things that Boss will not tell him. Lots of fishy shit. Do you have any questions for me? It seems like she does.
Questions. What's it like being a detective?
Wouldn't know much about that. I'm not a detective.
But You are
I mean,
a cop.
you're like a detective. He's closest to a detective than anything else. If I was in his shoes, I would have just acted like I was a normal-ass detective.
Right. But I'm not on the crimes unit.
Then what unit are you in?
What indeed?
You aren't gonna tell me? Please?
It's literally classified. I literally cannot.
What are you doing?
Just thinking about posting that video.
Oh my god, you fucking... Yeah, which is a good way to describe her. And you know what magic she uses? The magic of manipulating the fuck out of people. Jesus Christ, my dude.
Whoa, hold up now.
Well then, tell me!
Literally can't. I wonder how he's gonna respond to that. I don't think you have the option, which... Yeah, I think if he told someone, he'd just be fired. And possibly killed. He seems to be kind of taken prisoner in a way. About that video.
You know, now that I think about it, wouldn't you get in trouble for that video too?
In fact, I just thought about it. My theory is he's the guy that committed those murders 6 years ago. And it seems more and more and more and more plausible because the moment that she said, oh, maybe I should increase your drugs, is when he started to have more thoughts of being violent. So, like, what else could he have been but a criminal if she's gonna be like that? And what I think the drugs are is memory suppression. They're literally doing it on purpose. Because they don't want him to remember that he's a fucking psychopath. That's what I'm thinking. So it kind of looks like he could be someone like that. Although, do not judge books by covers, people. It's really hard. It's so human. But, yeah. Try not to.
What?
The video. You're an idol, right? You have a status to maintain. If that video went viral, I think you'd be in trouble too.
It's okay.
It is?
Because sometime real soon, I'm going to die.
Oh god. That's true, isn't it?
What?
I can see into the future. I know when I'm going to die. Just kidding!
I don't think so. There's something real oof. She might even be suicidal, so that's fun. Either that or she's not even lying. That she's definitely the kind of character that would be killed in a game like this. She's not like a main, like, accomplice of the main character. Yeah.
I hope so.
Anyway, I'm not going down without a fight. So I will release that video if you don't cooperate.
Yeah, so, it's really classified.
I'm part of a special investigation unit known as Abyss.
Date,
I don't have a choice.
What's Abyss?
Advanced Brain Investigation Squad. The public doesn't know about it.
Wow, cool!
Don't tell anyone.
I promise I won't.
She's gonna... We'll see.
I swear to the Egyptian goddess Isis.
I feel like why did you become an idol is just gonna lead to sadness. Because I think a lot of the girls that end up becoming idols just wanted to be popular no matter what and fit in and be rich and famous or... You know, there's always sad reasons, dude. Because it's a fucking cruel space. There's always gotta be big motivations, which normally come from trauma. Which is why that industry is disgusting, among other reasons. Like, it panders directly to the kinds of pervs that would rape them if they had the chance, probably. I would imagine. Anyway...
Why do you ask?
You two are very close for an idol and a fan.
Ota is... special.
That sounds like romantic, but it surely can't be.
He really is like a hero to me.
Hero, huh?
Interesting, you can't just spill the beans to her about Ota right now. That's interesting. I guess you have to.
I guess it was because I've always wanted to be famous, you know?
It's always something like that.
I want to be famous. Get on TV. Be a household name.
But you're not there yet.
It's alright. Internet stars do better if they don't sell out.
Internet star?
Ota didn't tell you? I'm most famous on the internet. I do songs, dances, and play video games and stuff on stream. Have you heard of Shovel Forge?
Shovel Forge is a game in which you manipulate cubes on the terrain to build structures.
Fucking Minecraft. Lots of, totally not insert real life thing here in this game already.
I've been focusing a lot on that game lately.
What about being on TV?
I'm not very popular yet. I can only get on TV as a background singer or something. I don't get many gigs either.
What's funny is this is the exact kind of person that I look up to. I was about to say I'm trying to be something like that, but no, I do not want to be what people think of when they say influencer. I want to be a dude that makes things he's passionate about, period. I don't want to be famous. I want to make enough money to survive off of doing what I love, no matter what that looks like, which might not be YouTube and Twitch at all. I don't know. It might just be a hobby forever, but I don't think I'll stop unless something makes me somehow. Did you start working for Lemniscape?
Well, at first all I did was stream from home. And then, not to sound cocky, but I started getting pretty big. I started getting offers from agencies.
And one of them was Lemniscape?
Well, not exactly.
Huh?
My mom's actually an old friend of the president of the agency.
Ah.
A friend of Renju's?
Yeah. So I asked him for advice one day. You know, you have to be careful. Even a place that looks legitimate with an office and everything can be sketchy. And my mom and I didn't know anything about the industry at all.
It's really scary, but yeah, that sounds like it, just from the horror stories I've heard about the idol industry.
But anyway, one day Mr. Okiura said to come see him at his office, and he hooked me up.
Cool. I guess you
By the
have
way,
to go through all this.
I didn't catch your name.
You really want to know?
It's okay if you don't want to tell me.
Iris. Iris Sagan. I know, weird, right?
How's that weird? Oh, yeah, again. He's remembering something. He has some kind of connection to her.
Ratty cake, baker's
Excuse me? So he knew her when she...
as fast as
Excuse me, what?
Pat it, poke it, fill it with fruit.
Is that... Wait.
Something wrong?
Okay, so... If she... Okay. Is that an image of him... A younger him with a younger her? And if so... She remembers him, right? If not, how were her memories erased if they were? That raises a lot of questions. And if it's not Date's memories, who the fuck's memories are they? Okay, instead of being the culprit, Date could be maybe some kind of constructed personality in the body of this killer that they caught in order to, like, piece together the rest of what he did? I'm just spitballing here. Anyway.
No, it's nothing.
That's a lie and a half. I don't think she recognizes him, though. She ain't acting like it. I can't believe she'd be the type of person to conform with, like, in order to act like it. So, I have a feeling she does not actually recognize him at all, but then, who the fuck's memory was that? And why is it in his head? He might have had that killer's memories or dreams transported into his brain for whatever purpose Boss, I guess, had? Or Abyss itself? Whoever, like, the head honcho of Abyss is?
You can know Date.
That's right.
And the girl?
She's an important witness for this case.
Yep.
We've got business here.
Oh, okay.
Iris couldn't hold back her excitement and rushed onto the scene. Jesus. Literally being excited about seeing a dead body. How fucked up is this? What is she doing? You can literally ask it!
I was trying to find some clues.
She's a natural detective, huh?
Mr. Date, was the body on top of this horse here?
Yeah, that's the one.
Seems like some kind of ritual murder to me. Maybe a religious cult sacrificing her to the devil or something.
I wonder if these policemen are overhearing it and what they're thinking. Like, Bart, there's this girl that sounds like she's playing detective.
They conducted their ritual here, like shadowy, hooded figures, going around and around, stabbing her one by one.
That's quite an imagination. But, do you have any proof?
I do.
Well, let's hear it.
Yeah, I can definitely hear the Greg. I love his voice, by the way. Kinda gay for it, frankly. Again, he's got that perfect grizzled detective voice, which makes so much sense for why he's both this character and Yagami over in Lost Judgment. Especially around someone like her, although she's not, like, famous yet. Enough that they don't recognize her, but I bet mostly younger people would, just like most internet stars, you know? Why do you think it was a ritual murder?
The horses. Horse sounds kind of like Horus, right?
Excuse me? She's talking about the fact that there's an increasing pun quota for every single Ichikoshi game.
You don't know Horus? Horus is the Egyptian god of the sky and sun. The right eye is the eye of Ra, and that's the sun. The left eye is the eye of Wadjet, and that one is the moon.
Real life lore from Uchikoshi. I learned so much real life knowledge from him.
It's the same idea behind the Eye of Providence.
The Eye of Providence?
The all-seeing eye.
Oh, I see. Just like what's on the back of a $1 bill.
Yeah, exactly. The Eye of Providence is supposed to be the symbol of Freemasonry and the Illuminati. Starting to see the picture?
Jesus Christ. Literally! Just like those memes where they try to make everything Illuminati.
Not really.
This game was definitely made in 2019. From just the subject matter and the jokes, especially. But yeah, I already knew that, but like, if I ever had any doubts, sound anymore. I love the music, man. Again, it's got such a different vibe. I do like the more serious and laid-back tone this has. I mean, yes, there's still Uchikoshi humor everywhere, but I like the tone. I like the tone, especially coming out of Raincoat, which I expected to be more like this, and it kind of is, but it's so wacky and packed with humor, and surreal shit that I just like this game a lot better already, and I will continue to like it better, I feel that. I don't hate Raincoat, but if I was really excited for a game, and I was, and then I just quit doing my Let's Play of it, there's serious reasons for it. I'm still gonna watch through the whole game on Nico B's channel, but that might be all I do with it, other than what I've already played. It's a fine game, but I just can't get into it for various reasons. This one is really the opposite. I'm soaking it up. This is probably gonna be my favorite Uchikoshi experience. I dare say maybe even AI Somnium Files 2 will be. And the main reason I'm thinking that is because female protag, but we'll see. I don't know much about her. I think it might actually be a grown-up Mizuki? I don't remember right now. I already said this.
I remember Ota describing the scene. He said there was an ice pick stabbed into the corpse's left eye socket. Horus? Providence?
Oh my god.
Left eye? There has to be some kind of meaning to this.
Wait, what did you just say?
What?
The ice pick was inside the victim's left eye socket?
Yeah?
Ota told you that? He's sure that's what he saw?
Yeah. Why?
When we arrived at the scene,
Yeah.
the ice pick was not in the victim's
Because
eye
Miyuki
socket.
took it out, but why did she do that? I imagine Miyuki took it out then. But why? She couldn't have done it. Why did she take it out? Did she want to get caught for that? Why? When she didn't do it. There's no way she did. Miyuki, what the fuck? And why was she even able in that state to take a weapon out of her dead mother's body to begin with? What happened?
If Ota's telling the truth...
He would have no reason to lie about such a detail.
Tinazuki?
Why? That's really puzzling me. Local capper.
Hey, Iris, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here, but you're wasting your time.
What do you mean?
The cops already scoured the place. They didn't find any leads, not a single clue. If they had, they would have notified Aiba.
Aiba?
My partner.
Your partner? I don't see anybody.
She's right in front of your eyes.
Or is she in front of my eyes?
Huh?
Or is she in my left eye socket? Basically kind of all the above. Last night I found Mizuki inside the central column. Why was she in there? That's an interesting question. That I'm sure is a crux of the case. There's a fence around the merry-go-round. If this is all about diving into people's memories, I just realized I think we're gonna have to do it to Mizuki. In fact, I think I remember it. Again, I basically played most of this first case, I think. Not played, watched it on Mikabe's channel. But after that point, I'm excited for that. Are we done here? I don't think so, because otherwise it would give me an ability to go somewhere else. The roof of the merry-go-round. There's a hole in it now from all the years of weathering. It's a control room.
Phone booth?
No, it's the control room. This is where the staff would run the merry-go-round.
I was joking.
Panda ride. A panda ride. The type that you put a coin in.
Bear? I'm not gonna be punished, am I?
That's gotta be some kind of Japanese myth I don't really know
What are you
about.
talking about?
Nothing. Just thinking about a game I like.
I don't know why I didn't piece it together. Fucking Danganronpa. Of course. I'm pretty sure Uchicoshi has something to do with the Danganronpa team, but I forget what. Pretty sure he's not part of it. I think he collaborated on it with them. Which, yeah, it's the most recent game that Uchikoshi worked on, so of course Raincoat is as nuts as it is. But I'm liking how much more tame this game seems so far, generally, but we'll see. I say this game seems tame when the first thing that went through my head when I said that was the image of Aiba at the beginning doing that weird fucking dance, whatever the fuck she was doing, behind a fucking skeleton while the camera zoomed through it. But I think you understand what I mean by tame, compared to like Danganronpa and Zero Escape and certainly Raincoat.
Mr. Date, that horse.
That was stored in the warehouse nearby. Some kids must have broken in and put it up as a joke.
Or it might have been the killer, but no. Because, like, you know, this place is abandoned, I'm sure some delinquents would go to places like this and wreck it for fun and do shit like that for fun. It makes sense. I wonder if the hole is maybe how she got in the column, or how did she open it to begin with? I bet the column has something to do with the murder, too. What else do I need to investigate, game? How's the investigation coming? Wait, can't I look around? I don't know.
It's not looking too great. We searched all over here, but we didn't find nothing.
It doesn't seem like I can go anywhere, but what do I need to look for, dude? Do I have to use Q&E, like, manually?
But hey, if you sense any trouble, you can hop in there and change.
Oh my god.
How old are you, making that reference?
Duh!
I suspect that she did not give you her real age, knowing what a phone booth is.
Duh! Turn over the merry-go-round. I would have knew what a phone booth is, and he's definitely pretty young. Phone booths are more of a thing in Japan these days, aren't they? Because this is obviously, like, more future-y Japan. Look at this holographic fucking police tape, for example. This is definitely, like, cyberpunk-ass Japan. Which also explains, like, crazy tech like Aiba and that fucking gun Date has. Absolute Star Trek-ass thing. I love it, because I love revolvers for some reason. I've always found them really cool in games and media. And, it's just fucking cool. It, like, opens up, like, blue shit everywhere. It's very neat. Although I don't know if, like, Date has a gun like that in real life. I think he probably does. I don't know. I think I actually remember it being used in Nikobe's playthrough in a later scene. I do remember more than I kind of thought I would. There's a Ferris wheel. It still reminds you of the giant eye staring down. Yeah, kind of. Although, granted, like, that's kind of like, people go up there and then they can see down there, so it makes sense. But also, I think the shape is what he's getting at of a Ferris wheel. Or maybe these things on the sides. Kawasaki District buildings in the distance. What do I click on, game? Because I apparently am not allowed to go to the map. And I've, like, clicked on, like, everything that I am aware of. Do I have to Q&E some shit manually without, like, prompts for it? Yeah, okay. Probably. Sugar's corpse was tied up here.
Aiba, can you show me the earliest recorded images of the scene of the crime?
Probably. Okay.
What is your intention?
Shoko's cause of death was blood loss from multiple stab wounds with the ice pick. Naturally, there should be plenty of blood.
Agreed.
But there isn't a single drop on the horse.
That's
and it was like
interesting.
this when we found it.
Correct. There are no signs of blood being wiped away.
So she was not killed there. That's what that means. Surely. She was killed elsewhere and then tied up there.
That must mean...
Yeah. Played enough games like this to get that. God, I love this game. I'm soaking it up, dude. I love the atmosphere, especially. What else the hell am I supposed to look at?
Last night, Shoko's corpse was on top of the horse.
Maybe just
It has
this.
been removed. The body has been transported to headquarters for autopsy and review.
Why isn't it letting me go? Okay, you have to talk to Iris to go.
Come on! Just a little
And after
longer.
you've investigated everything. I knew I had to be missing some small bits. There's not a lot of indication of if you've investigated everything, but it won't let you leave until you have, so fair enough.
No.
That's the indication you get, I guess. But it feels a little odd.
I'm already in enough trouble bringing a civilian in here.
Okay, I guess.
Hey,
Wait.
you alright? Are you okay?
Is she acting or...
Morning sickness.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm kidding. It's not like I would know.
Get on.
Something
give you
did
a ride
happen to
home.
her. Didn't
Yeah,
it?
score.
Just wondering,
think
but
so.
how much do you weigh?
Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady that?
105
Okay, this
pounds.
is too romantic.
See, 105, huh?
You can tell just by lifting me?
Yeah.
Your back is so warm, Mr. Dodge.
Oh my fucking Christ. The age difference here is still pretty creepy. She's over 18, but Christ, lady. Although, acting like that, no matter the age of the older man, is probably a lot of how people like her get ahead, which is really, but it makes a lot of sense. Unfortunately, from what I know about the industry, at least if you just believe what the characterized anime version of the idol industry says. Especially stuff like Rise from Persona 4. More so the Persona 4 dancing game, which really, really has an idol industry theme throughout it. How are you feeling? Gonna faint again? Cause that'd be oof.
Horrible.
Shame.
Oh, you should worry about me more.
Looks like you're feeling better now.
Maybe I'm just acting.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What if I threw up right here?
I would put it right back where it came from.
Ew, that makes me actually want to throw up.
I love him though. He reminds me of a character that a friend of mine made. I used to do forum role-playing, and I still kinda do, but it's been more sparse than I'd like it to be as far as my actual posting. But I still work on stuff with those people and for them. The people that I used to roleplay with a lot, and I still want to get back to one of our old roleplays a lot, and I'm trying. Dante reminds me a lot of a character from that. I just opened the passenger window. Wow, there's a lot of immersion here.
Seriously?
A lot of slice of lifeiness. I'm loving it. I don't know why, but I've always appreciated the fuck out of this shit. It's always relaxing to me. Also, moving cars have always been relaxing to me. It is to a lot of people, and I've heard that it's because when we're kids, you know, and I definitely had this experience as well, you know, we would fall asleep in the back of our parents' cars when we were going on long trips and stuff. So that's why, like, car noise is soothing. That is me. Also, I feel like I've always had, like, a sleeping thing with moving vehicles. Like, I remember when I was a kid, apparently I would fall asleep on the back of my dad's motorcycle. I remember a couple instances of that. I don't know why, but it was a thing that happened a few times. And, like, yeah, and in cars, I still get pretty sleepy a lot of the time. It's interesting. I'm not sure what it is. It's kind of like a motion sickness that isn't a sickness. It's like I get sleepy because of moving vehicle. It's been a thing my whole life. So it might just be a particular thing with me as well. Anyway.
No, but I am kind of warm.
The current temperature is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity 60%. It is unlikely that heat would be a factor.
Yeah, so
You
she's
got
like
it.
running a fever, maybe.
They say when you stick your hand out of a car going 100, you get a rush like you're holding D cups.
Excuse me. I mean, granted, she's got to tap into perviness in order to make it how she's made it, right? Because to me, she literally is. It's pretty obvious that she's like modeled after real world, like e-girls and VTubers and stuff like that.
Hey, watch it! You'll get your arm ripped off.
relax. I'm invincible. My arm regenerates like an alien's.
Didn't you tell me that you're gonna die soon?
I think that she ain't kidding about that. Somehow.
It feels strange.
Your hand?
No, not that. It feels like I've met you before.
Yeah. They both don't remember, and I wonder what that's about.
Well, that's nice. But if you don't get your damn hand back in this car right now...
Okay. The wind feels nice.
It's far too romantic, but I think it's more of like a... He might be she might be his actual daughter, or like a man's actual daughter whose thoughts are in his brain for some reason. That's where my brain's going right now, I don't know. Intrigued, Dergy!
You should come in.
No, that's alright. I'm gonna head home.
This house... Hold on.
Oh, going home already?
Might be the house from his dream, and that's a bit... Said my goodbyes and turned to leave, but out of the corner of my eye...
Oh,
yeah,
who is this,
another
Iris?
person he remembers. But she doesn't seem to recognize him either. What is this? I really do think that somehow someone else's mind is in a different person's body. Either that or they were all memory wiped somehow, including him. Meaning her and her daughter, I think. I think that's her mom. Because that woman, she's... Excuse me, what? My brain be exploding? How is she alive? What does this mean if she's alive? Huh? Excuse my ass? No, it can't be. It can't be. I felt like my mind and body were being torn in opposite directions. As I stood there stunned, is there some kind of weird resurrection that happened here, and how the fuck did they manage that? Either that or she was just critically injured there and wasn't dead. Maybe?
Come on, I'll make some tea.
You're...
Nice to meet you. I'm Iris's mother, Hitomi.
Miss Hitomi.
And you are?
Kaname Date from the MPD.
Police. Are you a detective?
No, Mom. Mr. Date said he's...
Iris?
Oh, right. It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna tell someone at some point, probably, unless she dies first, which the fuck? What the hell does it mean seeing that woman dead? Or what if whatever they're doing to him is somehow to try to prevent future murders? Because he can somehow see the future, kind of like Mizuki can? Oh man, my brain's going in all the directions. And I love that feeling in a game like this. That means the plot's working, it's doing what it should. After an awkward silence, Iris brought us some tea on a tray. She put everything down on the table and sat on the sofa. Okay, this is an awkward place to leave it for now, but I've been playing for a while, friends. But yeah, this game is, oh boy, my friends. This is a thing. This game exists and is interesting. And I'm fucking in it. I'm loving it, and I'm excited. Like, comment, subscribe if you like to, friends. I think fucking amazing. That would help me out a lot. And I hope you'll have lovely days, and just do what you love like a Durgan doobie. And things will work out if you focus on the positive in what you love and who you love. And if you don't really have a lot like that, I really hope you find something to love about life, because there's a lot to love about life, friends. Anywho, friends, Hacky, have a good day! I'm sorry for that. I don't know what that was. Bye. I'm a goofy ass mofo and I love it.